Honourable members, having discussed the audit issue, which was tabled by the Public Accounts Committee in the last sitting period, and please take note with the unresolved issues reported by the chairperson. You've done a wonderful job, Honourable Chairperson. Fully reporting all that you're supposed to be reporting, even the missing files and those that have disappeared to be interviewed. And when we are grateful that the Honourable and the Deputy High Commissioner, together with the First Secretary, Rebecca, that they're here to witness this. I am even invoking Standing Orders 20 for the purposes of oversight and scrutiny. I hope we all listen. In that regard, pursuant to Standing Orders 20, I am now calling for the establishment of a subcommittee under Standing Orders 1, 2, and the subcommittee will further investigate the unresolved issues and report back to my office. My office will determine the membership of the subcommittee and as well as issue a terms of reference, and the subcommittee will report back to my office as per the deadline that will be issued to them. That is all, honourable members. Vinaka. Secretary General.
Presentation of reports of committees.
Honourable members, yes, some noise from that side. No, Naka. Honourable members, there will
Honourable
be two.
Speaker,
yes.
Just a point of clarification, Honourable Speaker. This is with regards to your ruling this morning. This just pay for the information of members in this August House as well. Quite interestingly, this report was initiated by a former minister. Housing Authority was always audited by KPMG. So this special investigation was done as per the official request coming from the minister to the board, and then a special investigation was carried out. Now, just because Office of Auditor General was involved to carry out this special investigation, this particular report ended up in Parliament as per the Audit Act 1965. Had the minister back then used any other audit agency, like for example BDO, that report would not have ended up in Parliament. Can we actually first identify how did this report actually end up in the Parliament in the first place? Because if it was BDO, that report would not have come here. Because after that report itself, KPMG did another report and special investigation in Housing Authority on the same case, and that report was never tabled in the Parliament. So there are certain clarity, Honourable Speaker, that needs to be made well before we can actually go through as to what you have actually recommended. There is no issue in actually forming a subcommittee, but just for the clarity's sake, I thought to actually bring this to the floor of the Parliament, that there was another report which was not tabled in Parliament itself. Because this was initiated by a minister, and it should have been reported back to the minister because minister initiated that particular investigation. It wasn't initiated by Office of Auditor General. Though the law says that Office of Auditor General, any audit they carry out, it should be tabled in the Parliament, but this was a very special case, Honourable Speaker. So that report should have been dealt by the board and the minister, rather than it ending up to the Parliament and then being referred to Public Accounts Committee. Attorney General is here as well. He can actually provide further clarification at a later stage, Honourable Speaker.
It's not for the Honourable Attorney General to rule on this.
No, the ruling is definitely
I'm
from
ruling
you.
on this based on the content of the report that was elaborated on by the Honourable Chair of the committee. And based upon that, based upon his report, things should have ended there. But again, there are serious, very serious issues highlighted by the chair based upon the audit, performance audit report that we need to look into. One is the appearing of files, disappearing of files. Secondly, those that were supposed to be interviewed are no longer there. Taxpayers' money, Honourable Member, has been used. And we need to go through this with a thorough investigation. And now, since we have the powers that we've taken on board after the trip down to Melbourne and to Canberra, it is only proper, Honourable Member, it is only proper that we kick in the powers to scrutinize and do oversight as to these particular areas, so we dig more into that. And that is why we've discussed this thoroughly in the Business Committee. The powers are with me. And I'm invoking those powers to the establishment of the subcommittee, and the TOR to be provided also, and then we'll take it from there. That's all. If that second report is still there with you, then we'll see, because we are working on a performance audit done by the Auditor General. And again, the Attorney General, Honourable Attorney General has provided the audit review, which we'll be conducting sometimes this week. And maybe you can bring that in.
That was exactly my point, Honourable Speaker said, because that we are going to actually debate a report, debate a bill that is supposed to amend the Audit Act. If in future, if any minister or anybody actually conducts an special investigation which is not done by Office of Auditor General, that report also needs to be presented in the Parliament, Honourable Speaker. That's all I'm saying. Like,
well, it wasn't presented by the Honourable Chair. And we're just working on the report that was tabled here by the Honourable Chair. And that's all we do. If you want to bring that in, then you can bring that in the subcommittee. Am I clear? We need to be moving forward, Honourable Member, and we need to try and utilize these powers that we have in the powers of scrutiny and oversight. So we not only we are at par with our counterparts in Australia and New Zealand, but at the same time we are gearing towards something that will bring out the best in whatever we do, so people can have faith and continue to trust in what our Parliament is doing. Thank you.